Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. I hope everyone had a nice Monday. I hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. Why is my PNG transparent? Only the bottom is transparent. I wonder if there was some green in there, maybe. Because the rest is solid. Yeah, it's a slightly greenish color, that's why. Okay. Don't mind the transparency. It was probably there before, I just didn't notice. I hope everyone had a nice Monday. Hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. Hi, Nan. Who's in there? Who's in there? Okay. Lazo's not there, so I can say. I've been working mostly today on. I have a vision. I have a vision. I had a vision, which was there's a song in the new Noah Kahan album, which it's a longer story where basically Noah Kahan with his album, what he does is like every song has like a patch, and he also does a patch for every CD that he does a concert on. That's why I have the Amsterdam Noah Kahan World Tour patch for when he was in the Ziggo-Dome in 2024 when we went with Helene, which I love dearly. The patch and Helene, of course. And there was a patch that he did, because a patch per song and a patch per date. So there was one of the patches for the song Paid Time Off. And I looked at the patch and I was like, and I sent it to Laszlo and I said, I really hope you'll like that song, because honestly that patch makes me think too much of you, and if you like it, I need to get you that patch when we go to the concert in December with Hit It. And he was like, I agree, that patch fucking rocks, basically. And so then the album comes out and he listens to the song. He's like, yeah, it's a really good song. And I was like, nice. And so then the link, Laszlo Paid Time Off from Noah Kahan, doesn't matter the actual themes of the song or anything, has like, the link has worked in my mind. They are linked. There's songs that are linked to people for different reasons. That one is linked to Laszlo because of this story. And so when I was listening to the song, I started like imagining an animation in my head. And what do I do when that happens? I do a plan. Either I plan the entire thing in my head first and then I write it down, or the most logical, if I actually want to make something out of it, what happens is I will print out the lyrics, or I will get the lyrics on something. Since I've been fighting with printers for a while now, what I had done this time is I literally wrote down the entire lyrics on a notebook of mine. I have a lined A4 notebook and I wrote down the entire fucking song. And then what I did is I wrote down around it, which is usually what I do once I have printed the song. I wrote down around it like all that I wanted to do, like what each frame would be. And then I did the entire skeleton so far of the animation. So I had like I'm trying to get my thing from underneath. Here we go. I had like a very loose whip of what it was going to be. And then, actually I'll show you. You know what? I'll show you. Not the thing, because I can't show you the thing because it's not done, but also because there's some private stuff in there. But I can show you like the planning. Where is it? It's here. Boop. Give me a second. But yeah. Wait, give me a second. Up. Don't mind my hair. But yeah, this is... So, in black, the entire song that I rewrote down, because why the fuck not? And then you can see in pencil all of the planning and what each lyric is and what I would do for each lyric. And behind it I have lists and little plans for some of the specific frames that I had in my head. So yeah, this was my planification stage. And then, hopla. And so I drew the entire thing, like very loosely. And now I'm at the stage where I'm cleaning up everything, which is the stage that's annoying. Because I don't like, first of all, I don't like animating, but also cleaning up is so long, and a lot of it is based off photos. Or is it? It's here. Okay. A lot of it is based off photos that I have from when I visited Laszlo, from friends' trips and shit like that. So I have every time to take the photo and redraw it and everything. So far I have a few things done. But yeah, I'm slowly getting through. And I have to get that done for August, when that's his birthday. I also have another idea that would take me a lot of time, so I'll see how long it takes me to finish this, and then I'll see if I have time to do the other one, and if not, I'll do the other one for something else. But yeah, it's been not that fun to work on this, but at least, you know, I sent the sketch version to Helene, and Helene was like, "This is so great. He's going to love this. This is so good." So, you know, I believe in Helene, and so therefore I hope it'll be good. But yeah, I have... Wait. Here we go. Don't mind me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frame like cleaned up. And then, but I still need to do the animating on top of it, but at least for that one. Hi. The Laszlo birthday project. That's what we're talking about. Here we go. So yeah, you're all in the know now. Shush! No one tells him. Better no one tell. I will know. Everyone's keeping the secret, or I'll be very upset. Up. How dare you? God, I knew I'd get retribution for that fucking hat. Where is it? Here. Okay. Here we go. Apart from that, and so I've been... Honestly, me neither. Honestly, me neither. I just wanna put that in the earth somewhere and never hear about it again. What was I going to say? Yes. But apart from that, mostly been doing FF14. So, you know, productive as always. I've been having lots of fun playing FF14 with Helene and Nan, as always. And I mean, I've said this before, but I'm also almost done with the... I haven't reworked on it since, so there's no point updating, but I'm almost done with the video for the best of. I really should just like bite the bullet and do the end, the few other shit I need to do for it, and then intro, outro, and then just have it sit there for a while. So that then I can do like last little touch-ups if needs be before I send it out. Since I have time. Before it's out. It needs to be out. But yeah. I was talking about it with Sunny earlier, because Sunny was asking me, because I was saying, oh yeah, I have the video and stuff. And she was asking me, oh, what will you do for like the birthday more than that? And I think we'll do like last year, because that was fun, doing a tier list of all the games we've done this year. Especially since I think this year we've done more than last year. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll need to also plan that out and download images of like every single fucking game to make the tier list. Because I think that'd be fun. I like doing that. I think that's fun. So yeah, we'll probably do that. It'll be on a Sunday, so as well it'll be perfect. Because if it's Sunday in 2 weeks, because if sorry, I can't find my words. if the tier list doesn't take that much time, then we'll be able to just do some FF14, like whatever. So I think that's good. I think that's nice. Up. So that will be the plan. I should put that on my calendar so I don't forget. I am so worried that I'll forget. And then I'm like, no, it was this weekend. No. Fuck. Oh, I need to put something on my on my calendar. Wait, it's just got a flash of like, oh yeah, this is happening. I have my friend from, not from Canada, but lives in Canada, who is coming in town next week. Yeah. Who has her plane this week, but like we'll hang out next week. And so I need to put it down on my calendar so I don't forget which days we said we'd meet up. Okay, up. Go. Here we go. My computer just went like Sonic intense and fastness for a second there, and I got really frightened. I'm still slightly concerned and a little bit frightened. I'm looking at it with a bit of terror in my eyes. Please don't explode. I am very close to you, little computer. Also, you cost a lot of money, so I would like you to survive. I know it's starting to be warm again. It's not my fault. It's an evil, evil weather. with my friend coming to town. It's always horrible whenever I'm going to town with anyone, because like it's always like, oh, you live here, what else like nice. Or even when I have anyone over, when I have people over, it's a bit easier because I can just do the like basic touristy stuff. But like when it's someone that I know won't want to do the basic touristy stuff or whatever, it's always so hard because they're like, oh, so we should like get a coffee, whatever, blah blah blah. What do you want to join? Because like you live here, you should know the spots. And I'm like, I don't go out, I don't know any spot, I don't know where's nice, I don't like this town, so I don't go out. I'm so sorry. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. So it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to see you and I'm very excited. Fuck, I need to choose wherever we go. Flipping hell. It's always a fucking problem. It's not the worst problem in the world, obviously, but it is an annoying one. Yeah, I'll be good for the chocolate. Going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. So where is it? Here it is. Hopla. Up. Be right back. Here we go, I'm back. Up. Where is that? That's here, okay. Up. Okay. God, I redid the because the way I have a grip on my Apple Pen is that I took one long strip of fabric and I just like rolled it around it to make like something a bit thicker, and then secured it with a hair tie because I'm professional like that. And I redid it the other day. I re-wrapped it like nicely. It's so nice and like solid. It's so nice. When it had been like slipping up a bit everywhere recently, so it's quite nice. Very happy I redid it. Gotta do the actual shoe pastry now. Stressful. don't mind me. I'm making myself laugh. Sorry. People are joking about the fake group trip in the group chat, and I immediately go, I'll look for karaoke, and that made me laugh. Because I'm always like, we're going somewhere, I need a karaoke. We are doing karaoke. I need my yearly dose of karaoke's or I'm not well. If we do a group trip and we're not going to go karaoke, I will riot. I will say the one positive about the city that I live in is that the karaoke people are always so nice. We've went twice to the karaoke near my house, each time for Christmas, and both fucking times they gave us like the huge fucking room. It was so good. Like we always were like, okay, we'll take the room that's like supposed to be for 2 people, but you can be free in there. It's cheaper, and both times, I mean, it's probably because it's Christmas, so like no one's doing karaoke at Christmas, so they have empty rooms. But both times they were like, hey, you know what, there was this room that was empty, it's bigger, here you go. And we always get like rooms that are meant for groups of like 6-7 people. No one does a fucking joke. Or like 8 people, and we are free in there, and it's great. And we have the smoke machine, and it's amazing. Did my pen drop from my desk? Yes. Sorry, I'm being so dissipated today. Lots of stuff are happening, and so I have to be like, aha, every 5 seconds. Check how it looks on stream, because on my OBS it looks like I haven't done anything with the little cream things at all. And on stream as well. Yippee! God. Ugh. I love when you can't tell. I love. Bleh. Is it better if I do this? Exact same, okay. Well. It's the beauty of the streams, isn't it? It's you get a reveal when I actually post it on the Discord of what it actually looks like, and not just how it looks like through my very, very bright thing. Were they not like this? You can kind of tell anyway. Okay, this would be this is what it's supposed to look like. So it looks like on my monitor. Okay, like this I can leave. Okay, good. Me. I think that works. I think that works. I think that one's done. Yeah. And then here and here I'll do a little shoe kit. I hate how much of a nerd I am, because what do you mean I'm drawing a pastry and I'm looking at the 2 shades of orange I'm using and I'm like, this reminds me of the Antigone cover of the version of Antigone I had to read in middle school. God. Which was a book I really, really loved, and I should reread the play at some point, actually, to see if I still love it now. I remember it as well because I also read it partly on a trip to Malta that we had with my class. I think that was messy. To say the least, that trip was something. Weird as fucking... I mean, to be fair, all of the school trips I took in that middle school were kind of weird. Every time I think about them, I'm like, something was weird about that school trip. But that one was extra weird because we were in... like, we were not in like a... not hotel, would have never happened in a hotel anyway, but it was like... we were in people's, like, at people's houses, like local people's houses, like we were staying at their place for the duration of the trip, and I stayed at 2 different houses. I don't remember why we changed from the first one, but the second one was fucking hell. The lady was so weird. She was 100% trying to do fraud. she was trying to do fraud so that people would so that the school and shit and all parents would buy stuff to repair for her, like repair her house and shit, even though like basically, okay, I shortened the story too much. We said I stayed at the first lady's house, and I don't remember why, but we moved house, so then I had to stay at another lady's house. We were always like 2 or 3 per house, like per family, and so we did a trip, and so we have the keys, right, to the person's house to go back, because the way this trip works is that in the mornings we would have English lessons, because what's a school trip for if not for learning? So we'd go to a local like English school in Malta, and the afternoon we were visiting, so we had the keys to go in and out. One day we go back, we don't have the keys. For some reason we don't have the keys. We're like, oh, we must have forgotten them inside, whatever. And so we get in anyways, which the lady was really annoyed, because she was like, my husband's sleeping, like, you're doing way too much noise. She didn't like us, but also I don't think she liked any of the kids that she housed, because she didn't want to house the kids, she just wanted the money, clearly. And so she was quite mean with us, honestly. She wasn't the worst, but also she wasn't nice in any kind of way. But yeah, and so she was like really annoyed at us, because she was like, my husband's working at night, so like you're waking him up, and like that's bullshit and stuff, blah blah blah. And so then she's like, where are the keys? Find the keys right now, I want to see the keys. And we're like, okay. And then we go and we look for the keys, and we can't find the keys, even though we knew exactly where the keys were supposed to be, because my friend remembered where she had put them. So that's very weird, right? And also good to know, on that woman's next to that woman's door, there was a huge thing holding keys, right? There were so many sets of keys. And she immediately was like, well, you got stolen your keys, that's dangerous, I need to have my door redone now. She was like, the door needs to be redone like tomorrow. And she called the school, she called our parents, all that bullshit. She was like, the school and your parents need to pay for it, and they need to pay for it now. Which is wild also, like, calm down. Okay. I get the stress and the like, oh, I got my keys stolen or whatever, but like, it was very rushing us. No need to think about it, whatever. The school, I don't remember if the school or our parents paid for it, I don't remember. But even like the principal was with us on the trip, because his son was in my class, and and even he was like, this is weird, like this is very strange. And the day after, we saw, like, while going out, we saw the guy that was redoing the door or something. It was so weird. Yeah, and as we were kind of looking through the house later, or like another day, I don't remember, we found the keys, and they were hidden like behind a photo thing. And so she 100% went through our shit to find the keys, because we knew where they were, and they were like in a bag or something. She went through our shit to find her own keys and hide them so that she could have her door remade. And apparently she did that quite often, because she had so many fucking sets of keys in her entryway. It was legitimately like worrying. Like, I don't know what kind of fraud that is, but that is really weird. Yeah, she was like insanely pushy and insanely like frightening with that fucking door thing, I remember. And then a few days later, when we left really fucking early in the morning, right? And so what would happen is that most families, what they did is that they waited with the kids in front of the house, or like they waited until the car got there, and then like the kids got out afterwards, right? Like you take your breakfast or whatever, and then, oh yeah, don't worry, we'll go accompany you to like the it wasn't a bus, it was like minibus that we were in to go back to the airport. What she did is that she left us alone at like 4 a.m. outside in the cold. she literally like put us outside and she was like, don't make too much noise, my husband's sleeping or some bullshit. And then she closed the door. And we stayed like outside like this in the middle of Malta for like 10-20 minutes waiting for the minicar. It was at 4 a.m. It was so fucking scary. We were, I didn't say my age when that happened. I said just middle school, but we were 13. We were 13, maximum 14. And like when the director came to get us, because we weren't in his, like there were I think like multiple like mini buses that they were taking, the different like teachers and whatever were coming to come get us, and we were with this guy. When he came to take us, he was like, she just let you outside with no like surveillance or anything, and we're like, yup. And he was like shocked as well. He was like, okay. And then we went to go get other students, and when we saw the comparison of the family being like, oh, he'll be there in a minute, he's finishing his orange juice, we're like, we really got someone not really nice, did we? It was so weird. There was also like an adult like lady that was also staying there. She was like in the same room as us, or in an, I don't remember. I think she might have been in the same room as us, and she was like just there for a few days, I think, more, and she was also traveling and whatever, and she was like, so I just stayed here for a little bit. And she was like, yeah, she's weird as well. Like it was a whole thing. We had so many theories about that lady at the time. I remember when I was 13, 14, it was like peak when I was doing YouTube, and I remember I did a story time on that a few years later when I started doing YouTube, because I was like, this is fucking insane. What happened? And like overall it wasn't like the worst, but I remember we were so scared that she was going to go through our shit again, so like we hid. I got in Malta, I still have it. It looks so ugly. I got this like teddy bear backpack thing. It's not a teddy bear, but it's like a plushie. It's kind of like a doll plushie thing. It's very scary. I remember I got this in Malta, and so what we did is like we all hid like our money, stuff like that in that teddy bear backpack, so that she wouldn't like if she looked through our stuff again, she wouldn't like steal our shit. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I don't remember why we left that first house. I think maybe there was an issue with the lady or something. I remember her house was creepy, and like there was like a whole thing with dolls and whatever, and we were like kind of glad to go. And then I don't know if we were very much winning at the change when you see what happened next, but like yeah. Overall it was a fun trip though. They really gave zero fuck in that middle school about us. Like after a certain time, it wasn't curfew yet, but we had like finished our activity for the day, so like we were just a group of French 13-14-year-old in Malta, and we were like left to our own devices, and we kind of just had to go back to the host houses whenever they said we were to be back. So we always had like a few hours to ourselves, and usually we'd just like hang out around where we were. There was one evening where like some brought beers, and that was like little beer stuff, but it wasn't like we didn't like party or like go wild or whatever. We were quite well mannered or like chill, at least for 14-year-olds, honestly. But yeah, it was mostly like, I think a bunch of time what we did like most evenings, we would just go to McDonald's and hang out there. Because we didn't know what the fuck to do. Like we couldn't really do anything, and we didn't have enough time to actually do anything interesting, so we just kind of go to McDonald's and like take like a McFlurry or something and like just hang out there for a few hours before we had to go back. Because also we were in a part of Malta. I think we weren't like on this main island. We were on one of the littlest island. Because like a bunch of times when we had to go see like cultural landmarks and stuff, we'd have to take the boat to go there. So I don't think we were on the main island. So there wasn't a lot to do where we were. It was kind of just like... Because we couldn't go like too far, obviously. And it was like just before stuff like Google Maps and stuff were really like in, so we couldn't really look up what was around. But yeah. So we just kind of had like the little part where we were, which had like a McDonald's, like a few restaurants, and like the port. Pretty much. But yeah. Honestly, I wish I journaled at that time, and just in general in life, I wish I journaled, because there's so much stuff that I know I forgot about all of those things, and I'm like, I wish I remembered. Like same the year before we had gone, no, 2 years before, in my, like when I was, because I was 13 during the Malta trip, so I was 12 during the Roma trip, so I was 11 during the island trip, and I remember nothing of the island trip that we did, which is a shame. I remember we saw churches, and there was one where they were like, there was the mummified heart of a saint in that church, but it got stolen. So it's not there now. It had gotten stolen like the day before, some bullshit. And I remember a little bit about the Roma trip, because there was a whole thing where I had a crush on a guy, and he would kind of only talk to me during the school trip. So I remember a little bit because of that, I think, and also because we saw the Pope, and then the Pope retired. And when we went back, every teacher was like, "What the fuck did you do?" So that was funny. So I remember that because of this. But apart from that, like the island trip, I know I don't remember almost anything from it, which is kind of a shame. I remember like what the house we were in looked like, because we were also in host houses. And same, I kind of got like a weird pick. Well, like I could have gotten a better one when I compared, because we went to like other host houses sometimes, so like spend time with our friends or whatever bullshit, and like there was some really nice one, and the one we were in was like okay-ish. Oh, we went to, I do actually remember the island trip. It's coming back to me. We went to school in Ireland. We like spent like a few days of school in Ireland. I think it was like one day we did like an activity. One day we went to see a musical that the school had put on, because it happened to be at the same time. And like we had one day also when we shadowed students in the school, so we just spent a day. I don't remember if we spent more than a day there, but yeah. It was weird because everyone had uniforms and stuff, and we were just there without our uniforms, being like, And I remember there were gendered schools, because there's, you know, girls' schools and boys' schools in the UK. And so we ended up in gendered schools, and so it was kind of weird to be in an all-girls school. Of course, I ended up in the fucking... I don't think I ended up in the French class somehow, because I know some had to like go to a French class. I think I went to biology for sure, because I remember something with frogs, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening. I went to I don't remember the name of the language, I'm very sorry, but I went to a Irish class, like the language, and it was very confusing. I spent the hour not knowing what was happening. And then there was like sports. It was really annoying because like we had gym, and by that time the guys joined us. So the guys were like in a room, like the gymnasium was like this, but over the gymnasium here there was a room, so you could look at people doing sports from the room up there. And we were forced to fucking do the sports class, but the guys came back and they were looking at us doing sports, and it was so annoying because we're like, why don't they have to do the sports as well? This pissed us off. But yeah. And then we had a snack up there, and they were like, are you okay? And it was like, no, we had to do sports. Fuck you. Outside of the school, I remember in the schools they did like an Irish dance demonstration, and outside of the school we took an Irish dance class. I remember that was quite fun. And I think it was like Airspray that they played as like the school play thing. So we went to see Airspray. It was quite fun. It's kind of funny to think that like the two like live musicals I've ever watched is a middle school version of Airspray put on by Irish middle schoolers, and Hamilton in Hamilton in Manchester. Two extremes. Hopefully a lot more with Helene. But yeah, I'm glad we had like, I know it's not common to have that many like school trips and stuff, so I'm glad we had so many school trips in middle school, because then in high school we did none. And then I did some in like art school, because like, yeah. Did I do? I did one. No, I did one art. I did one art school trip actually. I thought I did more, but no, I did one. I mean, I guess technically two if you count the like first year, not really bullying but kind of bullying trip. If you count that one, then it's two. I don't know why it's called in English. I don't think it's something that's super particular in other countries. Like the Integrity Week or whatever thing. And in the trip in Rome, we didn't stay with families. We stayed in in a nunnery, and they had very bad breakfasts. Is what I remember about that nunnery. I don't remember where the sleeping arrangement was, but I think we might have like been in like big like rooms, just like a bunch of beds. I think that might have been the arrangement. It was a weird thing. I have very few memories. I remember what the like eating quarters looked like, and a bit about that arrangement, but I don't remember how the rooms were like, really enough. I also remember that they were like at the top of stairs. It was so annoying because it was so long to go up there every night when we were coming back from like already full tiring days where we were walking all day, going to churches and museums and all that. Mostly to churches or to the Vatican. And then coming back we had to like walk all those stairs. It was so long. Yes, I had croissant in the mornings and the croissant were really bad. It was one of like the more normal school trips because we didn't have to go to class during it, which was nicer. To be fair, even like the Malta English school was like kind of just chill. It's like it wasn't anything like they couldn't actually give us like good or like interesting English classes because obviously it was like random teachers that didn't know us in the middle of a school year. So it was kind of like, well, we can make you do games. So it was like, okay, cool. I remember the building was really nice though of that school. Because it wasn't like an actual, like it was a school, but it wasn't like a school. It was like a language school specific, so it wasn't like a big building or whatever. It was like quite small in like a little corner. It was quite nice. I'm always glad though that we were always like multiple per family and stuff, or like whatever, going places during those trips always, because like I was always so frightened of getting lost. And I remember specifically for Malta, I was like, this is like, the route is so weird. We were given like little maps to go. It was like, the route is so weird, I don't understand where we're going or what anything is. So I was very glad to be just like told, go there, and ending up there, because alone I would have probably gotten lost in the roads of Malta, which is not great. Also, I think something that helped probably to keep like the Malta trip a bit more alive is I have photos. It's on someone else's Facebook, but I still have them. And like, so I have like vivid photos of that, because I was a bit older. I had my first like smartphone, because before that I had like a Nokia that had a very, I don't even know if I could take pictures of that Nokia, but it wasn't like good. But like one of those, like, it wasn't a flip phone, but it was like a slide phone, and then you have like the keyboard with the letters on it, like one of those, you know. Big button here and like this, and you slide it like this. It was hot pink. And at 13 I got my first smartphone. It was also a Nokia one. It had like a, and I had fuck, wait, I need to like actually say that correctly. My phone case was keep calm and kill zombies, with like, it was white with blood splatter. I don't know why that was my phone case at 13 years old, because I don't think I killed many zombies, and I wasn't that much of a fan of zombie shit either. I think maybe it was like the one kind of angsty one that was at the store, where they had phone cases that we went to after I got my phone. I think maybe that was why I got that one, but that was my phone case and I remember it. And I remember it was like textured, like the blood splatter was textured. It was nice. I wonder, I might still have it actually, even somewhere in a corner. Well, that one will be just kind of meh. I keep looking at it being like something's wrong, but I don't know what. When I look at the ref, I'm like, some people have won the football match, and people are being happy about it outside. No idea who won though. France 1? Ah, yippee. Okay. I guess. You can tell I really care. I was about to message you to say I hope the match was fun, because I know you were watching. He didn't watch the football cup. When there's the football cup. Ah, yippee, yeah. You can tell I'm very invested. Oh, you did not watch in the end? Ah. I mean, I understand, you know, FF14 is more important. I saw you log in earlier. Suits was too important. That too. What season are you on now? Is Meghan Markle still there? That's how I know if Suits is still good or not. Is like, is Meghan Markle here? Yes, FF14 as well, of course. Yes. What will you ever do if you can't like be AFK in FF14 while you watch Suits? Basis of life. Right now I'm watching Love is Blind Poland. I'm having a great time. I'm almost done. I think next episode is the wedding. She is, and she's frankly a better character. I'm on season 5. Nice. Yeah, it starts going, in my opinion, it starts to go bad when they change, like I've told you before, they change Mike's haircut and she's not here anymore because she had to go get married to the Prince of England. You know, like that's when usually it fell out for me. Did I continue to watch all the seasons? Yes. And that's all I have to say about that. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be okay. It's just a TV show. It'll be cool. I think a guy was honking outside, but it was kind of a bit polite, so I think maybe not. Maybe it wasn't honking, maybe it was just like roaring. Can't tell. It was a bit too polite to be honking, I feel. I just remembered that the new Spider-Man film is going to be out soon, and I just got so excited. They're starting to do press for it. They're starting to do like premieres and stuff. So fucking hyped. I saw one premiere so far that they've done. I don't know if it was a preview or premiere. I think it was a premiere. They looked so cute. It was Zendaya and Tom Holland on the red carpet. They looked so cute. They were matching looks. The looks were so good. Very happy. Very excited to see my transgender Peter Parker. If the movie is not good, I'm going to be so fucking sad though. Like, not even not good. If I don't like it, rather, because it could be bad and I still like it, that's fine. But if I don't like it, I'm going to be so sad. Because like the first 3 Spider-Man movies aren't exactly like works of art, but they're still like movies I love. And I think they're really good. But not everyone agrees. People are being so polite about France winning. They're honking, but like from very far away. And not being that loud about it. I think it must have not been like a big match, that one, I'm guessing. Like it's the start, it's not like too late in the championship, I'm guessing. More importantly than the Football World Cup, though. After this, I'm going to finish Evangelion with Nan, so it's very exciting. I am so hyped to see what the fuss with the ending is all about. I am not really scared, honestly. I'm fine. I kind of already know what people are complained about the ending and whatever, so I'm like, okay, we shall see. I always like worry a little bit. I don't think you can be ready. I always worry a little bit when people are like, I didn't get anything from... I mean, I know it's the case of Evangelion. I know it's like a genuine one with Evangelion. But I'm always a bit worried when people are like, I didn't get at all what this was. It was so complicated. It was so complex. It was so weird. Because I've had many cases of people saying this about mediums that I understood wholeheartedly. And I was like, you're just not thinking that hard. And I know Evangelion is like a genuine... okay, I'm going to not know what the fuck is happening, and that's fine. But yeah, I have too many experiences of people saying this about something and me getting it very easily. So I'm always a bit like squinty-eyed. Like the only one where I'm like, you will be confused for a long time and it'll be okay, that I like agree with, is the Loctium. Because I was indeed confused for a while. And I was like, oh my god, finally, a genuine one. And that was like the only ever case so far of a thing that I've read or watched or consumed. And people were like, it's going to wreck your brain, and it actually wrecked my brain. It was actually complicated. Most of the other examples I have, though, are Nolan movies, and I don't think Christopher Nolan makes that hard of movies. I just think people aren't listening because he over-explains what he's doing a lot. Or he makes shit that doesn't make sense. Not in a way of like, that's too complicated, it doesn't make sense. More in the way of like, you're not following your own plot. Or he copies something else. Usually, depending on the movie, 2 or 3 at once. He always copies something else. But yeah. If you grew up on Steins Gate, you would be fine. Kind of thing. If you grew up on the time travel episodes of Haruhi Suzumiya, you'll be fine. Oh, I learned recently that the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, they aired it not in the like chronological order, and so people debate what the actual order of the show is and how it's supposed to actually be watched and stuff. And I think that's so... I learned that the other day. Antoine sent me a video about it. And that's so fucking interesting because I never knew. And I've watched that show so many times as a teenager and as a kid. I have the DVD sets. I watched it so many fucking times. It was one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show growing up. Anime growing up. And so I'm like, that's so insane that I never knew this about this. It's not something that's like, because Haruhi Suzumiya is adapted from a light novel. It's not in the light novels. They just decided to do that for fun for the anime, and I think that's so great. And you don't have enough time in a lifetime to watch all of the potential orders as they are in Haruhi Suzumiya. That could be the actual order of the episodes. And apparently, people theorizing about that in a subreddit, or in 4chan, I don't remember, like then got credited in a math paper because it actually helped people discover new shit about math, people theorizing about that, and all the orders and how much time doing all of the orders. I think the actual math thing was finding the shortest way to watch all of the potential orders back to back, because you had some episodes like you don't need to rewatch it because it would be the next one to watch because it starts with that episode afterwards, kind of thing. Like doing a cycle where like if you go 1 through 15, then 15 to 1, you don't watch the 15th episode twice, you just watch it once and then you go back to 14. So that was like the mathematical thing, I think, that got discovered and got a paper written on. I'm very bad at explaining. I'm making it sound a lot simpler than it was. It's what I remember and what I understood. Like, I don't know math at all. But yeah, and so those people got credited. And apparently it happens quite often in like nerd or like in general on the internet in spaces. Like there will be like stupid equations in a show that aren't supposed to be solvable or like stuff like that, and then mathematicians will be going through those things because they're a fan or whatever, and someone will have solved it. It's like, wait. So apparently there's quite a few instances of mathematicians finding new math or discovering new math because someone anonymously somewhere made some very weird math and it works, and no one has made this really weird math before. And I love that for humanity. I think that's great. I only want math that's been created thanks to people being fucking nerds. But yeah, that was that one. I still like one day. It's something I've talked about a lot, but like one day I really need to read those light novels, so. But it's hard. It's so hard to get by, which is annoying. Hate when things are niche, so that I can't just buy it easily and for cheap. I think that's so cute, actually. Oh, here we go. Up. I'm very happy with this. It's very fucking cute. Oh, we did do the brioche as well. Well, never mind. I won't do brioche, it's fine. Hehehehe. Like, genuinely, I'm quite happy with this. This is so cute. Even the ones that I'm, like, a bit less happy with, render-wise, like, this is quite sweet. This is quite cute. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay. I done. So here we go. First was Ghibli, now it's this. What theme? What theme? What theme? What theme? We go to Thing Tuesday. We go to not this. New this. Forgot the name in English. Which theme for the next sketchbook spread? Okay. Let's see. No, not face fave. Okay, one more. Here we go. We'll have a week, and the new poll is up. Okay. I'm going to try. I don't know what we'll draw on Fridays, and I have an idea. I'll try to make that happen. I'll see if I can. Because sketchbooks, we finished that. I don't want to give like 2-3 days for the new poll. It's already fighting. So we shall see. But yeah. So, where's the schedule? Here it is. So, tomorrow we continue with Chance of Sinar. I'm very excited. I don't know if we'll finish it. I think we might. We might not. I do not know. We might. But I really like Chance of Sinar, and I'm very excited to continue to play. Off on Thursday as always. More on Friday art. I don't know if it'll be the digital sketchbook, but we shall see. Probably not digital sketchbook, but I don't know what we'll see. We'll start Portal Stories on Saturday, because I said so. Portal Stories mail on Saturday, because we finished Portal Reloaded. And continuing Astrologian story quests on Sunday, which means I need to be doing more leveling as Astrologian. I've been not doing my due duty with that. I am very sorry. I need to level it up more. But yeah, upla. I'll post this on the Discord. And for now, I will go. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow for Chance of Sinar. Bye bye!